Now, here's food for thought. When do you decide that it is time for you to embrace that you are capable and you have the absolute full support of Source, of an angelic team, of an ancestral lineage, of guardians? You have a support that beyond everything that you can see from the lens that you perceive life from now, that you are filled with the inertia to have, to possess, to embrace, to embody, to experience every single thing that you think and speak from this beautiful voice box. When will be the essential time for this? Is it not now? I am a Jamaican. And some of the things that I will say, a Jamaican may look on it a little bit different and say, what you talking is not what I learned. Because we grew up so spiritually grounded, no matter what the religion was. I believe that, and I can only speak from a Jamaican's perspective, this is what I know. We grew up as soon as we could listen and learn, knowing about the stories of the struggles. Many of us grew up poor, dirt poor, however, not understanding until we either came out of our communities or start going to school, where we digressed and we were in a mishmash and mixed with children from different backgrounds, that we had a understanding that, I am living in kind of a lack because all 5 of us as siblings are sleeping on the same bed, and we don't have a television, and we don't have inside bathroom. And I'm talking about these things because although our upbringing, and any Jamaican, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I can only speak of my Jamaican experience and my Jamaican experience in the community that I was in. Most of us who were brought up poor didn't know we were poor until further on in life. I would say, oh my gosh, I was really poor. And I'm not saying this to take away from any hard life, but the reason why I'm saying this now is it has allowed every Jamaican that I know, many Caribbean people, forgive me when I say Jamaica, if you're from St. Vincent, Grenada, Barbados, also input yourself, but I am Jamaican, so I will say this. When you spread this message, input your country, because when I speak as a reflection of every Caribbean, every country, every child who grew up similar to what I'm going to explain. The Jamaican in me, and almost every Jamaican that I know, even when they have succeeded and gone to what we call the summit of their lives, if you notice, even within that journey, the humility always remains. It takes them only a breath to remind you, I am here, however, this is where I started. And I believe the reason why Jamaicans have this tenacity to succeed at every damn thing, the way they do, and commit to it, is because of the upbringing of growing so damn poor and not knowing you were poor, because there was this love, this structure, this community of parents, this community of siblings who weren't blood. They were just cells who were working together, and this community of my mother couldn't afford to feed me, but I used to go over my friend's mother's house and she used to feed me, and she told me to come every day, and my mother couldn't afford to send me to school 5 days a week, so I only went 2 days. But you see, the teacher at that school, that teacher used to tell me every Friday, come and I will give you the lessons that you miss in the middle of the day. It's these communities I'm talking about that poured into these beings that allows them to be most successful at what they are good at right now. And somehow I believe, because of how it started and the upbringing and the spirituality, knowing that, listen to me, you do nothing without God. You talk to God first about everything. You speak to God first about everything. Before you move, every decision you make, God is the forefront of it. I believe because of this upbringing, a Jamaican never feels poor. And a Jamaican will live in a zinc fence, and they will only have tomatoes and onions, and they will cook you a Sunday dinner without chicken and without fish and the oxtail, and you will feel the love out of that, and it will be the best meal you ever had. Yeah. And sometimes I say maybe that's why our national dish is ackee and saltfish. Can you imagine something that some other country says is poison is something that's our national dish? Because from whatever you have, you poured so much love into it that it became something that not only fed your body, but it fed your soul.